Hey FCF. Okay, we got through day one with 100 burpees for time. Last time I checked, I think there was 23 of you that posted a score to SugarWOD. So nice job. Seeing it all over social media. So let's carry that momentum forward into the second day of Redface 2.0. Today, what we've got is 3 rounds for total reps. What we're going to do here is go through 2 minutes of air squats, max reps air squats, max rep sit-ups for 2 minutes, and 2 minutes of strict handstand push-ups. So I'll talk a little bit more about the scales once we get there and how we're going to warm that one up today. Another 5-minute AMRAP just to get you moving. 10 bootstrappers. I'll demo those in a sec. A hollow position hold for 10 seconds. And finally, 5 push-ups to downward dog with a little pause in there. The goal today is to get as many reps as you can here. It's an 18-minute workout, so just an 18-minute running clock. I know some of you have fancy apps that can do interval times. That's perfect, so just set it up for 2 minutes for 9 rounds, and then we'll move through the WOD. Okay, today hopefully my head doesn't cut off, but what I'm going to demo now are the 3 warm-up movements for this AMRAP 5. And the first one is the bootstrapper. So what you're going to do is, I'll do this on an angle. You're going to get in your squat feet. You're going to reach down, keeping your bum high. Grab your toes, pull up on your feet, pull yourself down into an active squat. So arms are on the inside of your legs. You're trying to raise that chest up. And then you're going to stick your bum back up in the air while your hands are on your toes. Stand back up. So more fluidly, it's going to look like this. And stand back up. The hollow hold, you're going to get down on the floor. The only thing that should be on the floor here is basically your lower back. Your legs are going to be a few inches off the floor. Arms go overhead. Hold this position for 10 seconds. If this is very hard, you can bring your hands down by your side. This is a little bit easier, still difficult. If this is hard, you can bend your knees a little bit. But we want to see those shoulder blades off the floor and your feet off the floor so you feel it here. Hold that for 10 seconds and you're good to go. Last is the push-up to downward dog. We've done this quite a bit, but quick refresher. Push-up position either from your toes or knees. Down you go, push up into that downward dog position and then back down. Hold it at the top just for a split second, just to help open up those shoulders. Okay, last one we've got is the demos for the workout. So the standard air squat, we'll get in our stance where our feet or our heels are about shoulder width apart, toes bladed out just a little bit. Hands can stay out or stay close, doesn't matter as long as you keep your back straight and your chest up. If your hands come in and you start to go forward, then you're breaking some squat rules there. So down, hips below parallel, stand back up. So your hips open, your knees open from the side. Stand all the way back up. Eyes always forward so that you stand tall when you get up there. If your legs start to burn, typically we see this in a workout like this where it's 2 minutes of continuous squatting. It helps to maybe have a target underneath you. You can use a med ball is actually pretty good. It ensures that I'm hitting depth. A small stool, some soft pillows, big pillows work really well, but it keeps you sort of consistent through your squats. So down, there's the touch. You can see my hips just below parallel. Stand back up. I get that physical cue to tell me I'm good. Onto the sit-ups. If you do have an ab mat, perfect. We'll break that out, put it down there. If you don't have one, I know people and myself, we've had some success with kind of rolling up a towel to simulate the ab mat. That can work, but you don't need one if you don't have one. So legs straight out in front of you, shoulders over the top or lay all the way down, up, touch your toes, straight forward. If you have trouble keeping your legs straight while you do this, you can do that butterfly where your feet are together. But just make sure that you get your shoulder over your hip when you're at the top. Just because you can touch your feet in this sort of position, you haven't gone through full range yet. So we want to get all the way up, touch our feet. Last one is the strict handstand push-up. I have a terrible wall back here, but I am going to try to kick up and demo this. There's a couple ways we can do it. If you trust yourself not to go through your gyprock, if that's what you're doing it against, then by all means, kick up to your wall, strict handstand push-ups. We can use an ab mat or a riser if you like to do that. Another way to do it is like we use our knees on, or toes on a box. You might have to get a little creative here. I know people have used stairways or furniture to put their knees or their toes on while they do handstand push-ups. Exact same thing that we do on a box. So from here, what we want to see is that kick up. Hold it here. I have an ab mat as a riser, but down I go, touch, press back up, and there I go. Full lockout position. If you're a little apprehensive about getting upside down in your house or your apartment, then let's roll that back to push-ups. So 2 minutes of push-ups instead of handstand push-ups. So plank position, just like we did in the warm-up, minus the downward dog, all the way down, press back up, or go from your knees. Let's get after it. 18 minutes, pace it a little bit, but don't hold yourself back.